Hi everyone, my name is Mateus, and today we're going to talk about video games. The PlayStation Plus Essential January 2023 monthly games have leaked via the ever-reliable Bilbilkuen from D-Labs. According to the leak, the next free games will be Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Fallout 76 and Axiom Verge 2. For now, Sony has not yet confirmed which games will be free, but an official announcement should be made in the next few days. Polyphony Digital president Kazunori Yamauchi has reportedly said that a PC version of Gran Turismo 7 isn't currently in development. Gran Turismo creator Yamauchi was recently reported as saying Polyphony was looking into it and considering bringing the game to PC. Seemingly referring to those comments in a new interview, Dengeki Online asked Yamauchi if he had confirmed that Polyphony was researching and developing a PC version of Gran Turismo. That is not true, he responded. Regarding a PC version, I replied, as a developer, it's not that I haven't considered all the possibilities. That means that the possibility is not zero, simply if you ask me, are you doing anything concrete? I am not doing anything. There is nothing to talk about. In a separate PlayStation blog post celebrating the franchise's 25th anniversary, Yamauchi said Gran Turismo game sales had topped 90 million units as of November 16, 2022. And this result is something that could not be accomplished by ourselves alone, he said. Behind that 90 million figure, there are all the people of the media who conveyed the allure of Gran Turismo to their readers. There are the people of PlayStation who sold GT for us around the world with passion, and there is the incredible amount of support from the retailers who interfaced with our users. My heartfelt thanks goes out to all of them for their support. And above all else, I can't ever thank enough the GT users and people of the GT community who have played our new titles, which at times could be said to have been very experimental. The Division 2 now has a Steam release date, and it'll be almost 3 years after the Tom Clancy-branded looter-shooter MMO arrived on Ubisoft Connect and the Epic Games Store. The Division 2 is set to launch January 12 on Steam, and it'll kick off with Season 10, which is currently underway on existing editions of the game. When the Division 2 originally launched in 2019, Ubisoft said it had no plans to release game on Steam, and would instead be available on Epic's recently launched storefront. Times have changed somewhat, and Ubisoft has re-embraced Steam. Assassin's Creed Valhalla arrived on Steam December 6, and Watch Dogs Legion will launch on Steam January 26. Sony Santa Monica announced that a new Game Plus mode will come to God of War Ragnarok in spring 2023. We know many of you have been asking, so we're happy to confirm that New Game Plus will be coming to God of War Ragnarok in spring 2023, Sony Santa Monica's official Twitter account revealed. We'll share more details once we get closer to the release. God of War 2018 added a New Game Plus mode a few months after its release. There, players were able to carry over earned equipment and abilities. Players were also able to create new armor sets for Kratos and Atreus, as well as the ability to convert talismans into enchantments. New Game Plus mode also changed the attack patterns for Valkyries and introduced timed realm tiers. While there weren't any details provided about God of War Ragnarok's New Game Plus mode just yet, it's likely to be similar to what the first game implemented, such as carrying over equipment and changing the Berserkers' attack patterns as they did for Valkyries. As part of the ongoing palaver between Microsoft and the FTC, the platform holder has revealed 3 upcoming Bethesda games will be exclusive to Xbox and PC. This information comes as part of Microsoft's response to the Federal Trade Commission's lawsuit against its planned acquisition of Activision Blizzard. Tucked away in the newly issued document, Microsoft stated, Xbox anticipates that 3 future titles, redacted, all of which are designed to be played primarily alone or in small groups, will be exclusive to Xbox and PCs. It additionally pointed to the fact that ZeniMax's first two new games were made exclusive to PlayStation for 1 year post-launch, these being Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo. The three games mentioned in this document could be Starfield, Redfall, and The Elder Scrolls VI. Both Starfield and Redfall, which saw their releases delayed into 2023 earlier this year, have been confirmed to be exclusives already. Meanwhile, back in June, Bethesda stated that Fallout 5 will be its next game after The Elder Scrolls VI. That being said, there is also an Indiana Jones game in the pipeline from Wolfenstein developer Machine Games, so we can't rule that one out either. There is also a third option to ponder, that Bethesda has another game in the works that has not been announced yet. This, perhaps, could explain the decision to redact that particular part of Microsoft's response. Final Fantasy VII Remake and the Silent Hill 2 Remake will only be available on Xbox with the consent of PlayStation. In its response to the CMA's issue statement in relation to Microsoft's proposed acquisition of Activision Blizzard, the software giant has stated that Final Fantasy VII Remake and the Silent Hill 2 Remake cannot be released on Xbox. The reason mentioned by Microsoft is that Sony has signed an Xbox exclusion agreement with some third-party publishers for several games, including both the Silent Hill Remake and FF VII Remake. In its response, Microsoft explained to the CMA that exclusivity strategies are not uncommon in the games industry, and that other market participants have access to their own content. It argued that both Sony's and Nintendo's exclusive first-party games rank among the best-selling in Europe and worldwide. Current Sony exclusive content includes prominent first-party titles such as The Last of Us, Ghosts of Tsushima, God of War, and Spider-Man. The Xbox parent company added that, in addition to having outright exclusive content, Sony has also entered into arrangements with third-party publishers that requires the exclusion of Xbox from the set of platforms these publishers can distribute their games on. Some prominent examples of these agreements include Final Fantasy VII Remake, Bloodborne, the upcoming Final Fantasy XVI and the recently announced Silent Hill 2 Remastered. The mention of Bloodborne in Microsoft's response comes as a little odd, as the game doesn't fall in the category of third-party arrangements. It was fully funded by PlayStation and was developed by From Software in collaboration with Sony's Japan studio. It was more akin to the exclusivity situation with Death Stranding, where the IP also belongs to Sony. Nevertheless, the other titles mentioned by Microsoft do indeed fall under the category of third-party deals, which, apparently, include an Xbox exclusion clause. That's all the news for today, Friday, December 23, 2022. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. The links to all the subjects discussed in this video are available in the description below. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time.